Hi everybody, it's Katie from Katie's Craft Store again with another video, and this time I've gone vampire, but I've done it in a romantic gothic kind of mode, I guess. So following on from the recent witchy ones that I've done, I wanted to carry on with the gothic mode and the romantic side, and include the corset vibe that I've had going on as well with the last few videos. But I hope you like this one. It is slightly different. I've actually loved making this one, and I'm going to do my usual and show you the back cover and so forth first. So what I've actually done is I've collaged, and I've used this lovely, you can actually see it better on this particular one, but I've used this lovely sparkly paper. It's got these little gemstones kind of embedded into the paper, and they just twinkle away, and I love that. It gives it still that kind of magical and vampy gothic feel. And then I've just collaged these beautiful roses and script and so forth, and I've done the same on the front as well. And so basically quite plain, but I just love that effect, and I'm hoping it's been picked up on by the camera, and you can still see these little twinkles and so forth. And then on the spine I've made a little dangle here with some little beads and things, and I've used offcuts of red lace and ribbon, and this black seam binding ribbon, some of the pom-pom trim, and then added some little silver beads and so forth, and it's all attached with one of these little black fabric roses. So that's a kind of dangles down the side, and I loved that, and hence why I didn't really make the front too fussy. And it's just tied with some red double-sided silk ribbon, and I'll open it up and show you inside. So as you can see from the first page, this is kind of the vibe that I was looking for with this one. I wanted to keep it quite gothic, but very romantic, rather than the evil side of vampires. There's a lot of quirky vampire tutorials with flip-throughs out there that I've seen just recently, and they're really, really good. So this one's just a little bit different anyway, so I hope you enjoy it. The first page here, I've just done a pocket here, and I've popped in a journaling card with a kind of a gothic picture behind. Some little pockets here, a little tuck spot with a flip up, with a little ribbon, and I've used my kind of famous sparkly paints throughout this with different things, but I've just enhanced this little card with a tab. Another card in that little side pocket there, and a mini tag there in that one. Each signature I've actually done and printed onto my tea-dyed paper, the first and the last picture, and enhanced it with this lovely black ribbon here. So you'll see as we go through, so each signature I've kind of sectioned. Here you've got some nice vampire-y pictures. I thought he was great. And I've also done some altered paper clips in this one. I made some one of my journals, maybe 2 or 3 back, but I wanted to include them in this and highlight them, make them a little bit more magical. And I've used some black and red seam binding ribbon to trim that one. Black lace here at the bottom. A larger card here, which I've punched and put in some of that black seam binding. You can take it off, attach it to a present, and enhanced it with this, my glitter paints again. All the pages I've tabbed. I usually do with most of my journals now, and it just helps to turn the pages, and I've also sequenced them as well in this one. So they go down and then they come back up again, but again you'll see that as we go through. And I just think it gives a nice effect to the book as well, and a bit more of a uniformity for if you were to use it as a tome or a diary. Here I've done a little corner pocket with another one of these sparkly tags that just lives in there, and I put a little brad in there with some offcuts of lace. Here, isn't this fabulous? I put a fussy cut out some of these little coffins and use them as tuck spots. And I love this with the seal. You can write on the back, and there's a little weekday planner there too, and they just tuck into there. Isn't that great? Another gothic-y, vampy picture here. Love that. And another tag that I've made here. You could possibly even use this as a bookmark. I'm not going to unclip it. It's actually clipped in here with this mini bulldog clip. And on here I've just put one of these little pear-shaped clips with some little beads and a little dagger on there. A little bit of an explanation here. When I think of vampires, I always think of the ships and the old-fashioned ships and them crashing on the rocks, and the vampire coffins being on board, and that's how they kind of came to various different lands. And so that was the theme behind this. And this is actually a picture that my son did, and he wanted me to include this. I thought it was very vampy, and I love the idea of the ship being watched as it kind of crashes against the rocks. And anyway, he wanted me to include that, so I hope you love it as much as I do. And carrying on with this romantic theme, there's some journaling cards here that with the rose theme on them. And on this little bulldog clip, there is a little goblet there. There's some more beads. Here I've made a little book, and obviously Dracula by Bram Stoker. Everybody knows that. And I've just made a little booklet here. There's quite a few pages in there, so you can always unclip it and make some notes and pop it back in. Please also, as I usually mention at the beginning, but don't forget to hit that little bell icon and give me a thumbs up and share, and also please subscribe to my channel, so that, you will be notified also, if you hit that little bell icon, of any future videos that I do. I have another one coming up in the next few days with some of the trifold envelopes that I make. I had actually had somebody ask me to do a tutorial, and I will probably be doing that as well in the next week or so. But please leave a comment for this one as well, if you like it, and subscribe. And also, if you look at a previous video, the one that I did before this one, there's also some instructions on how to possibly win one of my trifold envelopes, but I'm not going to go on about that too much in this one. But please watch the previous one called The Gothic Witch, and all the information is on that video. Okay, turning the page, I've done another one of these beautiful altered paper clips with another journaling card with a sea scene. Another gorgeous seascape here. Creepy entrance into a cemetery there. I love that. Love the atmosphere that created. And these black and red pictures as well make me feel, or give me that feeling of that gothic vampire. Here I've just done a little fold over, actually. You'll see the other side, but it's just some little tuck spots and some mini journaling cards in here. A larger one there, little flip up here so you can write under there, and then hold it down with that card. And they're all with a similar theme of the black and the red. This side, what I did was I folded it over and did it as a fold out, so you can write on all of this here and then just fold it up, and it's weighted down with a little journaling card here. You can also write underneath there, and with that beautiful picture. Here I've made Again, you could use it as a bookmark, but you can write on the back a journaling card. Little flip up actually on the card, and little mini tag in there. Another tag here, and I put a piece of dictionary. Gosh, I can't think of the word. Goodness, just because it has the vampire there. Anyway, that just tucks in there. And again here, another little flip up. Another altered paper clip here, holding one of these tags, and another mini flip up there at the bottom with another mini tag in. And I love this picture, the girl all dressed in black with the black balloons. And then one of these tactile roses again up at the top. And that is the end of the first signature and the beginning of the second one. So as you can see, I've kind of sectioned them. And I just love that effect as well. It's kind of almost as if it gives the opinion of chapters in a book. But that was my thought process behind that anyway. And trimmed with this lovely black lace. And here we have the beautiful girl with her violin and all the red accents again. Little journaling card and a little altered paper clip. And on that one is actually a silver bat. Obviously very in keeping with the vampires. Another beautiful journaling card. And here I've done this one as a frame, and I like making these very much in my journals. And this one is actually, you can pull it out as a journaling card, and just some black lace there, and it just pops in behind there. Here's some writing area for you. And I've said with my other witchy journals that I always include a black and a white gel pen. And I will with this one also, because there are relevant pages to write on. Obviously on here you can write with the white pen, and you know, on the lighter pages you can write with the darker pen. So those are included with this also. Another altered paper clip here holding in this beautiful white roses journaling card. Some more journaling cards for you here, and a little side pocket with another gorgeous image. Again, you can write on the back of there, you can write down here. More stationery that makes me think of vampires writing their letters. And a beautiful picture. Love that. The other side of that pocket, and this I loved and I had to include. And obviously you've got the vampire teeth here, and it says, "Want to do bad things with you," and I love that. Just thought it was just something quirky to put in. And this flips up, you can actually write under there if you like. Quite a haunting picture here, I love that, but the actual dress is beautiful with all that lace. Some more thought-provoking pictures. Again, you can write here with the white pen. And this beautiful lace pocket, here, as I said, I love these seals. And what I've actually made here is quite a large pull-out that you can write on. And then inside there's a little mini one as well, which I thought was quite sweet. So there's lots of areas, so you can write on the inside and obviously on the other side there. And then just tuck it back in this beautiful pocket. Again, another one of these sparkly altered paper clips with some lovely gothic images. Another little journaling card there. This one I made into a pocket, and I put in some stationery and another journaling card. And it just, I just love the way that all this has come together, because it feels very much like a diary or a tome or even a grimoire, I guess, that a vampire would use. And a little dagger on that pin. And again, the end of that signature, the beginning of the next. And some absolutely fabulous pictures here. Very, very vampy and gothic. I hope you guys are getting the same vibe as this. That creeped me out, but I thought it was brilliant, so I had to include it. I'm not really sure what that is, but I think it's a cat. We'll say it's a cat anyway. This flips up, you can write underneath. And again, another one of these beautiful corset outfits, and very, very gothic, very vampy again. More journaling cards, a little altered paper clip. And this beautiful girl in the coffin. Obviously I had to include one of those, but I thought that was actually quite stunning. Another journaling card for you. A smaller one here. And another beautiful girl in her red dress. Another haunting picture of a vampire here with the bats. Little pocket here, and I've included a journaling card. I wanted to bring bats into it somewhere, so I just put one in there, popped it in there. On this page, some writing paper, and obviously flips up, you can write underneath as well and on the back. And then here I've done a little lace pocket, another altered paper clip holding a journaling card, and then there's a large journaling card here. And this purple paisley background paper that I've used, actually if you take all this, I'm not going to undo it all, but if you take all these things out, you can actually flip that up and write something underneath. So you could, keep passwords or private messages and so forth, and then once you put all these things in here, obviously it's hidden away. And on that clip there's another one of these little silver goblets. Another one of these coffins here, and I've just made just a little card really and decorated it, and you can just write inside. That just clips in there. Another little bit of stationery, and another beautiful card here, and a vampy house with all the bats and so forth flying over the top. Another little side pocket, and I made another larger journaling card again with the vampire dictionary. Another card stuffed in here, little flip up, and two more of these little diddy little tags here, again with the ship theme. There's a little altered paper clip holding in that mini card there, and another beautiful picture. I absolutely love that one, very artistic. And I know you're probably thinking, ballet, but I don't know, I just love that gothic feel to that as well. This one I've attached to some more book page, some dictionary, and done it as a frame again on this lovely backing paper. Enhanced it with my glitter paint, a little ribbon, and again this is on a tab, and it's a journaling card, and it just sits in there like that. And on this tab, another one of these lovely silver bats. And that's the end of that signature and the beginning of the next one. And isn't that fabulous? Picture is absolutely fabulous. I've had a few people ask me recently where I get my pictures from, and a lot of them are just hours and hours and hours looking through the net. And also some of my pictures I do get from Pinterest too, but I have quite a large folder of kind of gothic and vampy and witchy pictures that I've been collecting over the years, so that's where I get them from. And here I've done a little corner pocket with a little bit of stationery, some more journaling cards, another altered paper clip, and of course the famous Mr. Christopher Lee. Had to include him. He's one of the most famous Draculas, I believe, of all time, and obviously I put some Bram Stoker's original Dracula. I put some of the posters in here too. Some more stationery, it flips up, you can also write underneath, and obviously you can write on here. Another little journaling card with the seal motif going on. Here I've done another lace pocket, and one of my corsets. I'm absolutely loving making these, excuse me, at the moment, and this has been trimmed with faux pearls and ribbon, lace, lovely black feathers, beautiful purple ribbon there, and that just opens up. You can write inside, right on the back, or you could even send it as a little card, and that just lives in there. And this beautiful, beautiful picture here with, obviously we know what's going to happen next, but I just love that. I thought it was quite romantic as well. Another hauntingly beautiful picture. You could look at that one actually for hours. Beautiful. Next page is an area for you to write, and some more of the nautical theme. Black rose here. It flips up, you can write under there. And I've got here a couple more images and held with this altar paper clip. And one has a dagger, and then this little paper clip here, another of the silver bats. Little corner pocket with some more stationery. And it's beautiful, I love that with the red hair. Isn't she stunning? And she's holding a red rose. Obviously I've carried the theme on here and put a black one here at the bottom. I love these. Another great picture here with the crows and the stone crosses, etc. And in this page I've done another lace pocket with a rose that I've fussy cut out, and a journaling card with a similar theme. That just lives in there. Fantastic images in here, it really is. Another altar paper clip holding in another vampy card. We're coming up to the back now. I've done another one of these with the skulls on, and one of the little coffins, and tucked in a small journaling card in the back there. So you could even attach that to a gift. And then coming up to the back of that signature, another one of these beautiful red roses. And then here I've just made a belly band actually to tuck this trifold envelope into. Beautiful picture here. And let me just open this and show it to you. Held together with a red piece of lacy ribbon, and the actual flap I've trimmed with some black pom-pom trim. And I'll show you, I'll actually open it backwards first and show you the pictures. These are the actual images that I've used on the back, and stamped it initially with it's absolutely beautiful, this silver metallic ink that I got, and used a script stamp, and then put on these fantastic images. I mean, it screams vampire and goth, and just absolutely love it. And then turning it to face on the inside, and then I have put in each pocket a large journaling card, little pocket here with 2 mini journaling cards in, larger pocket there with a little tuck spot with a flip up, and another card, another journaling card in here, and then I did a belly band which I made a little booklet which just hooks over there, just tucks in, and then decorated with a couple more little cards. And here a little tuck spot, another journaling card in there, another little flip up, and then in there I've tucked in another card, and here is just a little little booklet or little area just to write a couple of notes, and they can go in there. And say all those are included, and obviously the envelope is included too, and it all folds up like that. Obviously I'm not going to mess around too much with the ribbon, but the ribbon goes back and it folds up, pops in there, and that's really the end of the flip through. So I hope you enjoyed that. please leave me your comments, and subscribe so you know when my next video is published and uploaded. And so look out for my next video coming up with the some more of these, which will be in my Etsy shop. And obviously have a look at the previous video, as I said, for an opportunity to win one of these. And I hope you enjoyed that anyway, guys, and have a great day. See you soon.